just 2 losses thus far. We'll see if they can continue their impressive play. And for those of you binge watching the playoffs, you're in for a real treat. 4 teams competing here in the conference finals. 2 move on to the championship. Shaq, what changes at this stage, if any?
Well, the competition is taken up a notch. Each play is important. Not just each game, Ernie. Each play.
Each trip up and down the court, you got to value every possession.
You got to value every possession.
This is where your stars shine. This is where the stars become stars. And I'll tell you what, look for some unsung heroes to be the
you know what that feels like. Sometimes right out of nowhere, here comes 7 3-pointers in a playoff game.
I was a star with it.
Here's Kevin Harlan.
Sports welcomes you to the following presentation of the NBA.
Western Conference Finals. The Los Angeles Lakers were able to move on after a 6-game battle in round 2. They now have a new adversary in the conference finals as they tip off tonight against the Timberwolves. The Western Conference Finals, right here, right now.
2 Western teams have won the gauntlet. Only one can emerge victorious to claim a spot in the finals. Game 1 of the Western Conference Finals begins in a moment. Hi, this is Kevin Harlan alongside Clark Kellogg, Greg Anthony, our Hall of Fame sideline reporter David Aldridge, and a special treat here tonight. Joining us courtside is 5-time NBA champion Kobe Bryant. Kobe, great to see you. Thanks for joining us.
I appreciate it, man. It's always a pleasure to stop by.
We're going to have a lot of fun tonight.
I'm sure.
We've got the Minnesota Timberwolves taking on the Los Angeles Lakers. You take a look at Los Angeles. They were able to prevent going to 7 in the last round. We'll see how they establish themselves tonight.
And they're ready to go. I mean, as we can hear, so are their fans. This can be an intimidating building to play in when the crowd is this charged up. That alone gives them a huge leg up.
That's why you grind so hard during the regular season to get this payoff, home court advantage. And that's exactly what they've worked for.
And the starting lineup for the Timberwolves. Teague runs the point with Butler in his side. There's the backcourt. Andrew Wiggins is out there with Chris Bosh, and it's Towns in at the center position. He was all alone on that.
And we documented it. Ball has a hitch in his giddy-up on that shot. But it works. I mean, it's all about release and follow through and confidence and repetition. And if he has room, then he'll make you pay.
Now, here's Wiggins. Towns, a screen on Lopez. Back to Wiggins. Shot clock at 5. Drills it from outside. Wiggins has got 5 now. Kobe, that fadeaway jump shot here is such a foundational part of your game. What's the key to that particular shot? And who's carrying the torch for that shot now?
Well, yeah, the fadeaway is there's different ways to shoot the fadeaway. There's the Kim Olajuwon way of shooting the fadeaway. There's the microwave shooting the fadeaway.
Oscar used to do it. I know
Oscar used to do it quite a bit. So I try to use bits and pieces from each, depending on the defender that I'm facing. But yeah, there's certain players that are carrying that shot now. LeBron shoots the fadeaway quite often, as does KD. He shoots it a lot. Clay will shoot it. Kawhi will shoot it quite a bit. Pull-up jumpers and things of that sort. So there are a lot of players doing it.
Now the Timberwolves with it. 4-point game. In competition, once again, Kobe, the thing that drives you so much, even on the practice floor, you and Jordan were so much alike in that regard. Is it important to go with your teammates and challenge them in those practices that you recall?
You have to challenge, because if you don't, then they become conditioned to not have those challenges every day. Right? So if you come off of a night, you have to back-to-back. You have to practice the next morning. It's our responsibility to step into that practice and challenge them as if it was the game that we just played the night before. Right? Because if you do not, then you don't have that competitive spirit day in and day out, where then you feel like you can take games off, because you can take practices off, because you just don't have it in practice. Right? So it's our job to bring that every single day, so that competing just becomes a habit for them.
And you learn about their mental endurance, their physical endurance during those practices.
Well, yeah, you challenge them to learn about themselves. Right? You challenge them to think about themselves. Can I push a little extra? I'm going to have to, because he's driving me like crazy. And if I don't meet that challenge, I'm going to have to hear his mouth all practice long. I'm going to have to hear his mouth on the plane. I'm going to have to hear his mouth on the bus. I'm going to have to hear his mouth in the locker room. And I'd rather just compete.
Kobe, I'm assuming that you've had teammates come back later and say, Kobe, you made me a better player.
Yeah, well, the thing is, when we're playing together, they don't like it very much, because I'm always challenging them. But then at the end, even to this day, we're all very close. We're all great friends, because they knew what I was trying to do was trying to push them to be the best version of themselves.
Both free throws good from Chapman. And in the history of the NBA, only a handful of players have lasted 20 seasons. Kobe, you played all 20 with the Los Angeles Lakers, an NBA record for seasons with one team. What does it mean to just having worn that Laker jersey your entire career?
Well, I mean, it's a huge honor. I've always been a massive Laker fan, even when I was a kid. And so I never dreamed that I'd actually be wearing the gold for my NBA career. So to be sitting here right now, having played 20 years, is literally the coolest dream that could have ever happened to any kid. It happened to me.
And I don't know that it'll happen again. The way the league is structured now, money, the free agency, even though you had a chance to leave a couple times, you always chose to stay.
Well, yeah, I mean, loyalty is a word that you hear thrown around often. But in this day and age, it's very tough to see in sports because of the cap, because of the free agency market and so forth and so on. So I've been very, very fortunate to have a great organization and to be able to have played 20 years of my career.
And he gets it to go.
For a guy with Towns' size, I mean, to have this level of body control, it's no wonder the contact didn't bother the shot.
Well, Kobe, something that's such a huge tool in the NBA and the team's offense is the pick and roll, the screen roll game. You've done it as well as anybody. Just how are the nuances and the attention to detail important to make that play work?
Well, it's really important, but the screen roll today is run differently than it was, say, when Utah was running it with Stockton and Malone. What you're seeing now is more of a spread floor screen roll action, where it makes rotations very difficult because you have to rotate off the shooters at a distance.
Right.
So now what you tend to see more teams try to down pick and roll coverages and send guys on top of the floor and try to play the screen roll coverage with 2 men and try to not have 3 guys in the action. You have to rotate and now push your team behind. Right? And that is a dance of, can you play the screen roll with just 2 guys? On offense, can I force you to have a 3rd guy come in and rotate? If I can do that offensively, then you're behind.
And here is T following Lonzo Ball's 3. And the call will be against Lonzo Ball. That's his first foul.
And you can see he just didn't get squared up with his feet.
Greg, those are always tough to judge, but I think the official got that one right.
And Kobe, you look around the league and you see a lot of former players as head coaches, guys that you actually played against. Have you ever thought about coaching down the line?
Nope. No, I have not. Not for me. You know, it's for them though, but it's not for me.
I would think that it would be tough to try to get the same result out of players you coach and not comparing it to the way you play, the way you prepare, the way you would coach.
That's what I hear. I just don't have the desire to even think about it that way. I mean, it's not something that I'm into. But that's the challenges I hear. When Bird was coaching, Magic was coaching. I always hear that as being a challenge. But ultimately, you know, you have to find different ways to motivate players. You know, nobody's right? So you just try to figure out how to get them to the highest level. But still in all, coaching is just not for me.
Man, right play, wrong result on that one. Generally, you knock those down.
Not much else you can do there. I mean, that's what you want. Too bad they weren't able to finish it off.
Towns with the defensive effort. Kobe, a big part of the talent evaluation today is the psychological impact in that aspect, which I think will lead teams toward one prospect over another. If you were looking for personality traits in players, and you were making that decision for a team, what trait would you value the most in a player?
About curiosity. Without a shadow of a doubt, it's curiosity.
What's up?
Because curious people will always ask why things work or don't work.
You were a big why asker.
Have to, because that's the only reason you win, is when you can figure out why things happened or didn't happen. Right? If you lose a game, a curious person, a curious person will say, well, I didn't. Instead of just saying them. They're going to go back and check the film and ask questions. Okay, why did we mess up there? Why did we blow that coverage there?
The Timberwolves shooting their first free throw attempt on the night. Kobe, you look at all the former defensive player of the year, and they're almost always big men. You were a 9-time first-team all-defensive selection in the NBA. Do you think guards sometimes get overlooked at the impact they have in a game?
Yeah, they definitely do.
All the time, huh?
I think the bigs have a huge responsibility in protecting them, you know? And those things are very easy to measure.
Right, block shots,
blocks,
right, exactly.
Altering shots or defensive rebounds. The guards is tough. But still in all, there's some guards out there who have done it. Michael and Gary Payton and Kawhi Leonard, I count him as a guard. They're just phenomenal defensive players.
Where does that mindset come from, that defensive mindset, when you're an offensive gifted player like yourself?
Well, I think that's a truly competitive person. Some players will call themselves competitive, but you're not truly competitive if you don't compete at one end of the team. That's not what true competitive people do.
Minnesota making a switch. Robinson's checked in. Here's Chapman. Here's Zubac. And there's 2 points. Working on the glass, paying off that time. Zubac has got his first points of the night. Timberwolves trail by 3. And now, we'll go to David Aldridge, who had a chance to talk with head coach Tom Thibodeau. D.A.?
You can put coach into that group of experts who think game 1 is the most important indicator of how a series is going to go. He said to take this opening game on the road doesn't just give us home court advantage, it puts us in the driver's seat from a mental perspective. Well, he's putting a lot into tonight, Kevin. We'll see if they can steal this one. Back to you.
Thank you, David. We look back to the final game as a player, Kobe, all the emotion that was building up for that moment. Then you go out and score 60 points. Surreal moment. Did you ever think for any moment that maybe I've got 1 year left in the tank after that 60-point performance?
You know what? It wasn't a matter if I had another year in the tank. It was just, I just don't want to do this. Yeah, I wake up in the morning, my body's so sore. That 60-point game was everything I had left for that year. And to be able to have to reboot that, reset the system all over again, no thank you.
People don't see that side of it, do they?
No, they don't. But you know, it's just, nor do we want them to. Right? We want them to appreciate being entertained and coming to a game and taking their mind off of whatever it is they want to take their mind off of. It's an opportunity for them to escape. And that's what we provide. So that's completely fine.
You know, Kobe, the league seems to be moving away from isolation basketball, sometimes called hero ball, in favor of more ball movement, the fluid offense. What do you make of that trend?
Well, I think it's the right thing. If you look at the way the Knicks played, for example, Bradley, Bill was coming off.
Well, you are a historian. You love the history of the game, don't you?
Oh, my God.
I mean, I can just tell working with you.
Yeah. Coach was coaching. You had Frazier out there. I mean, they moved the ball. I mean, everything was predicated on ball movement, as was the Celtics with Fred Howard. And then in the 80s, things changed a little bit. We started going to more isolation ball, where guys would post deep and force a double coverage to come all the way down to him, and then you start moving the ball around. Now you start seeing a spread offense where the ball's moving again like it was when the Knicks were playing, when the Celtics were playing. And so, I think it just depends on the style of defense that you're seeing and the personnel that you have. I think that determines your style of play.
And with all the different technological advances in the league, you see a lot of player and coaches now reviewing clips and tablets and a lot of film sessions. I know you used to study a lot of the league's videotapes. How much easier is film study now, say, from the time in the late 90s when you got in the NBA?
It's so much easier. Really? Oh, my God. I used to get in the hotel room. You used to have to call front desk. They used to roll up the TV on the wheels.
With the VCR
with
machine.
The VCR connected to it, right? And I have to have all of these tapes. You got to put the tape in and you got to rewind it. Rewind it. Now it's just everything's right there in front of you. Right? It's very easy to skip and go to the next game and then jump back to the game before or fast forward to the fourth quarter. I mean, it's so easy now.
Kobe, you're a father. You've enjoyed that process. But basketball got in the way. How do you balance fatherhood and playing at the level you played at?
Yeah, when I was winning championships where our kids were still relatively babies. In my last few years, they were older and knew that they could really feel my absence. And so what I try to do is try to bring them along for the process. So there were mornings I would wake them up and say, let's go. So we're going. Well, Daddy's going to go train, so let's go.
No kidding.
And I bring them with me. And they'd be in the gym shooting around or kicking a soccer ball around or hitting a volleyball around. I felt like it was important as a father to not just tell them about hard work, but they need to see what I'm doing. When you're sleeping, this is what I'm doing. I'm here for 3 hours. And so they're a part of the process. They feel connected to the process. But traveling and things of that nature is very, very hard because there's been plenty of birthdays that I've missed and school plays that I've missed.
Shooting 2.
Free throw good from Chapman. Traveling was a part of your job, a part of mine. You missed some things with the kids, but I know you take pride, Kobe, in the fact that you made it to a lot of things as well. You were not an absent parent.
Well, yeah. I mean, it's I having a great partner. I mean, my wife has been absolutely amazing, which I think is extremely important as well, because she really held down the fort at home, which to me is the toughest job in the world to do. I have it easy in terms of going out there and playing games, but to have the responsibility of actually raising young people to be outstanding citizens. You talk about pressure. I mean, that's I have to ask her how she feels about handling that. You know what I mean? Because that's true pressure.
And that one gives them a +5 rebound advantage because it's pretty clear they're dominating that area. They've come out with a lot more energy and effort so far.
And nobody, guys, among the defenders stepping up to challenge him on that drive to the 10.
And Greg, he says, thank you very much, and sails into the flush.
And those are the kind of sequences that tell you why the score is what it is.
Here's Crawford following the bucket by the Lakers. Trying to shoot from 11 feet away. Although can't get that one to fall.
And he's been way off the mark this quarter. It's been ugly.
Some say, Kobe, that the shooting guard crop in the NBA right now, a little light in terms of depth, not quite as many top 2 guards as we used to play the game. Who do you like among some of the 2 guards you see now in the NBA?
Well, it depends who we're considering the 2 guard.
Right, because they just blend,
twos,
don't they?
The threes, they all just blend.
Combo guards are playing some forward position. It's tough, isn't it?
Yeah. So, shooting guards to me are guards that have to do everything. You have to be able to play the post. You have to be able to play the perimeter. You have to be able to play the point. You have to do everything. So I'll put Russell Westbrook in that category. I'll put James Harden in that category. I'll put Kawhi Leonard in that category.
Two shots.
There's a lot of players I'm forgetting. Even Giannis, I would say, is a 2 guard because of what he does.
Yes.
So there's a lot of talented guards out there.
Did you like the ball in your hand, bringing it up, or would you have rather someone else bring it up, then get it to you in the half court, and then do what you did?
Yeah, that's the one thing I'm jealous about Michael. Because Michael didn't have to do that. He had Pippen.
That's right. Who always brought it up.
Yeah, so he could focus on coming off the screens and catching and shooting. He didn't have to think about facilitating first. He could think about scoring and then passing out of double teams.
Taj Gibson's checked in for Thomas Robinson. Jones with it, and it's Knight picking him up. Shot, high post. Crawford, no luck. Los Angeles leading by 6. Jacks up a 3. second chance shot. He takes it up and lays it in.
They've been sensational on the backboard to start this game.
Yeah, sensational is a really good word for it, Greg. They're tearing it up on the glass.
Now here's Crawford. He hasn't yet put up any points in this one. Outside Butler, and there's the foul to go on the captain. That's foul number 2 for him.
Got to be more careful. Can't pick up 2 fouls this early on. You just can't.
The Lakers making a switch here. Randall's checked in. Jang, a screen. Three-pointer. Butler. That shot misses. And the Lakers take it the other way.
I think he's got to regroup and get himself together here. I mean, something's going wrong with him this quarter. He's really falling off.
And already with the commanding lead, a terrific offensive performance.
Yeah, and the execution, time and time again, right on point. They're running their offense to perfection.
For Los Angeles, they have been good at the free throw line. This one, 7 of 8. Brandon Ingram, he's checked in for the captain. Wiggins is checked in for the Timberwolves. Substitution here for the Lakers. Larry Nance is checked in for Julius Randle. The captain comes in for Brandon Ingram. Wells, he's checked in for Lance Stevenson. And Ball subbed in for Brandon Knight. Big group substitution now for Minnesota. Towns, he's checked in for Gorgie Dan. Thomas Robinson comes in for Taj Gibson. Jimmy Butler, he's checked in for Jamal Crawford. And it's Teagan for Tyus Jones. They got Ivica Zubac all out there with Wells. Then there's the captain, and it's Nance in at power forward. That's the Laker 5. And the trend around the league, Kobe, is more offense, more three-pointers, certainly spacing, fluid offense. Scoring is up around the league in a measurable way from, it seems like, year to year. Do you like the way this is trending, or do you think the NBA should maybe put a governor on this, harness it in just a little bit?
Well, I think it'll swing back to the way, I mean.
Do you?
Yeah, because the game has gone through that progression before, and, it's constantly evolving. And so I think you'll see it swing back eventually. You'll have a couple teams that are just big and, may have a dominant post player, and all of a sudden you're going inside, and then that team will win a championship, and then the rest of the teams in the league will try to copycat the way the game is played that way, then things will swing back. So it's just natural evolution of the game, I think.
First free throw is good. Kobe LeBron said he learned so much about how to approach the game when you shared the floor on Team USA. What was it like playing with a guy like him, as you also played with Jordan, and then going up against him all those years?
Well, I think it was a shocking experience for them, because I don't think they realized how much I talk trash. So,
no,
yeah,
what?
I don't think they knew, because, when you from a distance, you say, Kobe, you thought you were really quiet and all this stuff, and you get to practice, and I just don't shut up. And I'm just saying really brutal things about their game. And it's just, they're getting really ticked off. But
then, because you were right.
Yeah, but then the intensity of practice goes up another level. And then we'd all go out to dinner, and then the next morning, we come to the meeting, and I've already been working out for 2 hours. So then they see that, and then D-Wade would come up and say, hey man, I want to join you in your workouts. What time are we going? 5 a.m. I could be down there working out. And Brian said, I want to come too. And Brian would show up, and Noah would show up. And all slowly but surely, we have our whole USA team in the gym at 5 o'clock in the morning.
What a constructive time
That was
for those other players.
It was fun for all of us. We got a chance to hang around each other and think about the competition. Right? So now when we come back to the NBA, fans are getting better product. Right? Because we've all been working out and pushing each other and getting better off of each other. So now when we step on the court to compete against each other, that means we have to take our games to another level.
That's a great story. That's a great story. And let's catch up with our sideline reporter, David Aldridge.
Hey guys, the captain in the last game against the Clippers delivered quite a performance. He had 46 points, and that was just the start of it. He wound up with a triple-double in what was quite a display for him. His numbers were off the charts. It was unguardable, and he knew it. He took advantage of it. Kevin, back to you.
Thanks, David. It was a performance that not many players are capable of.
I know I won't forget it for a while. And you have to think he'll keep it rolling here tonight. When you're that hot, it takes a while to cool down.
And you know what, Greg? I think defensively, they're going to be ready for him. They won't make things easy. Coming off a game like he just had, he's going to get a bunch of attention.
Kobe, you were a player who lived in the gym. What motivated you as you go back and look at all those hours you spent in the gym to do that, to follow that path?
I loved it. I loved the game. It wasn't a matter of working hard. I didn't realize I was working hard until like my second or third year in the league, when I realized here in the NBA, a lot of players don't do that.
Right.
And it was kind of a big shock to me. Like, I assumed everybody in the NBA
Just worked hard.
Yeah, but to me, it wasn't hard work. It was like, I love doing this. Like, there's no place on earth I'd rather be than be here in this gym with the basketball and the hoop.
But the greats are always the hardest workers, aren't they? I mean, right, have you ever seen a great player who is not the hardest worker on their team?
No, I've seen players have great seasons, and, you know, and then the next season, it's not so much,
right.
And then they have another great one, and the consistency isn't there. The truly great players love what they do, and that looks like hard work to the outside world.
Did you enjoy playing the game? There was so much you put into the game, but did you enjoy the game?
I did. I enjoyed the game. I loved playing, you know, the competition and all that, the getting ready and all that. But I enjoyed practice more.
Did you?
I did. I enjoyed training and practice more than I did the game.
Kobe, there are a lot of great guards and wings in the league right now. When you look around, are there any that remind you of the way you played, or maybe are approaching, you know, going down that road and say, I want to be like Kobe Bryant? I watch a lot of his tapes, much like you did when you were growing up.
Yeah, well, Isaiah has a hunger and a thirst for the game, and he's not going to stop. He's constantly curious. He's constantly
His
working.
size makes him a different kind of guy.
Isn't that unbelievable?
It is shocking.
That's unbelievable. But he can finish at the rim. He can shoot the long ball. He can pull up left and right. You know, he has great physicality and a great body about him where he can punish bigs at the rim. And the other is Kawhi. I mean, when I watch Kawhi play, I'm just looking in the mirror. You know, the moves, the positions on the floor.
So glad you said that. I feel the same way.
Yeah, it's unbelievable. It's a great, great feeling because, you know, I'm sure Michael felt the same way. Like when he retired and you watch me play, you're seeing the same spots. You're seeing a person who studied the person that came before. And there's no need to reinvent the wheel when the wheel's already been created. You just put it on a different car.
Well, you know, he has been guided by his coaching staff to watch you and Michael Jordan tape. And I think that's kind of what he's done.
Yeah, well, we've you know, connected. We've talked about this stuff before in the past. And, you know, again, he's a curious kid.
And all business.
Yeah, curious. He steps out on the floor, he's all business. There's nothing funny, there's nothing silly going on. He's here to do his job, and he's here to help San Antonio win games.
The free throw drops for Towns.
And I tell you what, the former NBA Rookie of the Year, Towns, continuing his rapid ascension as one of the league's best centers.
1:30 left to play here in the half. And the rejection by Towns. Wiggins with it, now guarded by Ball. And pushing it up, here's Los Angeles. Chapman, that's good.
Guys, his consistency in terms of shooting has really helped them seize control.
Well, Kobe, I know you've got to go, but it's been a real treat for you to join us tonight. I know our fans have all enjoyed the broadcast. Thank you for stopping by.
Well, thank you for having me, man. Looking forward to doing this again.
The great Kobe Bryant. And Clark, you've been broadcasting for the entire span of Kobe's playing career. How is it to share a booth with someone who you've watched progress throughout their entire career?
Well, it certainly reminds me that I'm moving into that last block on the demographic charts. I'm in the early third quarter, if you will, that's for sure. But it's a treat because it's wonderful to see how he grew as a player and as a man. And much, much respect for Kobe Bryant because he's a first ballot Hall of Famer and doing great things off the court, too.
Rebound by the Timberwolves. Towns, the pass to Butler. Kicks it out to Wiggins. Puts it up. The rebound by Nance.
You almost have to assume he's going to knock those down when he is that open.
Wells' shot is good.
You know, Wells has the touch from the mid-range now. Superb at squaring himself up from this spot.
And through one half, it hasn't even been close. Lakers on top, up by 16. It's time now to go courtside as we send you over to David Aldridge from the sideline. David, take it away.
Kevin, thank you. Hey, you have done a really good job finding other guys and creating for yourself. What are you seeing out there that allows you to do that?
You know, a lot of it is just seeing what's available when we come down the floor and just, you know, making a decision from there. I want to be able to punish them if they give me too much space, but as soon as they start focusing on me, then I can get the ball to an open man, and the team has done a great job of finishing the play so far, DA.
Trust is so big in this league. Thank you. Back to you, Kevin.
All right, David, thank you. We'll be back after halftime for the start of the third quarter. Back to our presentation of Game 1. You know, the captain has been exceptional here, guys.
Yeah, he's really been catching the defense off guard so far here in this game, racking up a bunch of trips to the line.
Yeah, and you know what? I like the fact that he's staying in aggressive attack mode. I mean, forcing the issue, making the defense foul.
Here's who Tom Thibodeau is starting the second half with. Butler teams with Wiggins as the deadly wing duo. Towns is out there with Chris Bosh, and it's Teague in at the point guard position. So it's the Timberwolves now. After the basket by Los Angeles. Towns, the screen. Teague kicks to Towns. Over ball. Towns, no luck.
And they've got a big lead, not just on the scoreboard, but really in the rebounding numbers as well.
And what I like about it, Greg, it's been a physical brand of basketball. It's had a little sandpaper element to it. Gritty and rough, but that's how you win games.
And here's Los Angeles now. After the miss from Karl Anthony Towns. Outside Teague. He kicks it to Wiggins. Here's Butler. That falls. Nice feed that time from Wiggins.
And Butler knows he's got the green light to shoot whenever he wants to, especially when it's a catch-and-shoot situation.
To the left side wing. On baseline, Jay. Again, Los Angeles.
From that in-between page, they've been a much better team.
Well, when you knock down jumpers like that, it opens everything else up as well.
Now here's Towns. 18 points for him. And the dunk by Towns.
Just churning that butter up, man, all night. Towns making a fool out of anybody trying to get in his way. Go to work, big fella.
Here's Chapman. He got 26. Pass to Lopez to the wing right side. Towns comes with a double team. And out of bounds as the Timberwolves gain possession. And on the screen now is the 2K leaderboard with the rundown of this postseason's assist leaders. Well, you look at the captain, one of the best passers in the NBA, always looking to get his teammates involved.
And it seems like he's taking it on his shoulders to get every one of his teammates involved in the offense here in the postseason. What a passing display.
Now here's Butler. Teague with a clean look. And again, it's Minnesota.
That's 3 of 4 here to start the half.
Not quite 2.5 minutes played here in the second half. Here's Chapman. And he drops in the layup off the glass. Chapman's got 4 points in the quarter.
And he can smell blood in the water. Excellent, too.
Yeah, no let-up. Killer instinct on display, trying to put this team away. I love the tenacity.
And the Timberwolves call timing. You have to like what we're seeing from the captain.
And he's in a complete groove right now. I don't think they can stop him altogether, but they at least need to make him work a little harder than he has been.
And some changes here for the Timberwolves. Crawford comes in for Andrew Wiggins, and Tyus Jones subbed in for Jeff Teague. It's intercepted. Here's Chapman. He has 28 points for the game. And now we're 3 minutes into the third quarter of play. Bull with a wide open look. They get the rebound. Kuzma. Towns with the defensive effort.
That's smothering defense. Chicken and gravy defense, not giving him an inch there. That's how you guard the inside. Yes, sir.
Now here's Jones. Towns sets the pick for Jones. Down to 5 on the shot clock. It's good. That's now 22 points for Karl Anthony Towns.
A nice start to the second half. Just one miss in their first 5 attempts.
Now the dish to Wells. Second half here. We're just over 3.5 minutes into it. Kuzma can't get it to go. Timberwolves trail by 14. The pass to Crawford. 14 feet away. Lopez grabs the board.
Well, I like the defense there. Right up in his grill, didn't give him a chance.
Here's Chapman, defended by Jones. And Jones over to help. Butler with the steal. He feeds it to Jones. Pass to Bosch. Up pass to Bosch. Oh, and they get in the way of the alley-oop. Not to be. Good play defensively. Out of bounds. Minnesota takes possession. Courtney Dames checked in for Karl Anthony Towns. So timeout called here. The first for Los Angeles.
And really, whether you're up or down, it's a game of adjustment.
Always. And having a good coach is critically important. I mean, you need somebody you can count on to make the right adjustment.
And the Lakers making a change here. Chandler's checked in. The Timberwolves also with the sub. Gibson's checked in.
You know what? He's just stone cold right now. Really not sure if he's their best option offensively as they try to get back in this game.
Passes to Chapman. Lakers passing it around. Shot clock at 6. Stevenson drives in. The teardrop falls in. Stevenson's got his second basket of the night.
Yeah, that's the kind of aggressive attitude Stevenson brings to the table. He's not going to sit back and settle for jump shots. If he can attack the basket, he will.
And 2 shots coming up at the line as he gets fouled on the shot. And some stats here, guys. The scoring breakdown for the Lakers.
You know, I thought maybe they'd cool off a bit at halftime, but they continue to bury the jump shots.
Something we've also seen them doing tonight is getting the long ball to go down. Big points from outside.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
And free throw, good from Jang.
And I'll tell you what, guys, Jang keeps himself in peak physical condition. Low body fat percentage, and I think that's a byproduct of spending time at Louisville. Fanatic for that kind of stuff.
Brandon Ingram, he's checked in for Lance Stevenson. Now here's Randall. Baseline try. Rebound by Jang. Outside Butler. Kicks it to Jang. Goes back up. That shot off. Chandler with the defensive effort. Lakers leading by 14. Here's Chapman, and he has 28 points for the game. Inside, Randall takes it into the teeth of the D and converts the layup. Randall's got his second basket of the game.
There's your bully ball right there. I mean, a lot of folks think that's all Randall is a bully baller. Those big shoulders and that muscular body, he does a nice job putting them to use.
And the Timberwolves call timing. Robinson's checked in for Minnesota. Lakers on D. Their biggest lead of the game was 21. Jones with it, and it's Knight picking him up. Jones kicks to Gibson. Here's Butler, and it's sent back by Chapman. And so it looks like the Timberwolves will retain possession here. Feeds it to Jones. 3 on the clock. Overnight. That one wide left. Lakers leading by 16. Ingram wide open. Minnesota with the rebound. Robinson's got his 3rd rebound on the night. Butler kicks to Zhang. And it's blocked by Chapman. Here's Ingram. And a miss there on the triple. Timberwolves trail by 16. Gibson with it. Now guarded by Chapman. Butler in the corner. And they double up Butler. And it goes out of bounds. That one off Butler.
You know, that pass wasn't deflected or anything, Kevin. You don't see that often. An unfortunate, unforced turnover.
Lakers have gone 5 of 12 from the field since the 3rd quarter got underway. Ingram dishes to Randall. Back to Ingram. Chandler with the screen on Butler. Here's Ingram, and the layup is good. Ingram's got his first bucket in this one.
Those defenders just look a little bit gassed. I mean, they're getting pushed around on that low block.
Butler passes to Robinson. Now the feed to Gibson. Butler on the wing. Kicks it out to Jones. Beyond the arc. It's hauled in by Los Angeles. Chapman's got rebound number 12 here already in the game. Knocks down the 3-ball. Ingram's got 5 points now this quarter.
No stopping Ingram when he's in rhythm. Especially when he gets a pass in the spot he loves pulling the trigger from.
Gibson with it. Now guarded by Chapman. And that one's good by Butler.
He didn't get a chance to knock one down in the first. But the defense left him a look, and he nailed it. He'll make him pay when he's open.
Here's Chapman, and he has 28 points for the game. Stolen by Robinson. Right side, Butler. Up again. Chapman with the rebound. Lakers leading by 18. Lakers passing it around. Now here's Ingram, defended by Butler. Pocket 6. Shot from free throw range. Out tonight. From past the arc. And again, Los Angeles with the triple.
Always got to patrol the three-point line. When you don't, you suffer the consequences.
Minnesota calls timeout.
He does not look happy. Their defensive rebounding has been putrid, and they're giving up a ton of second chance points. Hernandez is checked in for Los Angeles. Teague is checked in for Minnesota. Here's a peek at the 2K leaderboard with the list of the top rebounders in this year's playoffs. Well, you look at the captain, no doubt one of the most efficient rebounders in the game. Jones kicks to T. Outside Butler. Zhang, a screen. From 18 feet away. Butler, no good.
It's just one of those games for him so far. Nothing seems to be finding the bottom of the net.
And the Lakers call time here. Timberwolves making a switch here. Wiggins is checked in. Here is Knight. A 21-point lead, the biggest in the game. He dishes it to Nance. Picked by Randall. They set the pick. Here's Chapman. Nailed from three-point land. Chapman's got 7 points here in this quarter. Yeah, they're relying on their three-point shooting and getting pretty good results. Wiggins kicks to Butler. Zhang with a screen on Randall. Here's Butler. And he uses the glass on the layup. Butler's got 9.
There's been a change in his game compared to what we saw in the first half. I mean, he's scoring with a lot of confidence now.
This is to Knight. He kicks to Ingram. Knight sets the pick for Ingram. Here's Chapman. And fouled on the shot, so the bucket counts and a chance for one more here.
I tell you, he's beating up the defense in this quarter, going right at him and scoring in a variety of ways.
Pretty much automatic tonight at the line, 8 for 8. And Los Angeles with some changes. Wells comes in for Brandon Ingram. And Ball subbed in for Brandon Knight.
One shot, behind the legs.
That free throw, good from Chapman. Minnesota's gotten a lot of looks from outside tonight, 5 of 12. Wiggins outside. Pass to Butler. There's the three. And Wiggins gets it to go on the assist by Butler. Butler's got his 8th assist here tonight.
An excellent score off the dribble. Wiggins starting to excel in the catch-and-shoot game, too.
Here's Chapman. He's got 34. Back to Randall. Here's Wells. Trying to answer back, but that three is off the mark. Minnesota's gone 2 of 3 when they ventured outside the arc in the third quarter. Teague dishes to Wiggins. Lets a floater go with the second effort, and a foul called on the shot. Got him on the way up that time, so he'll shoot 2 right here.
That's the aggressive side of Wiggins, taking it up inside, inviting, embracing, and taking on the foul.
And the Lakers making a change here. Zubac is checked in, and the second free throw, good. 1:22 left to play in the third. Now the pass to Chapman. There's the dish to Ball. Nance outside. And here is Ball. He's got 5, 4 on the shot clock. They get it back. Chapman the pass to Wells. And again, no good by the Lakers. Timberwolves trail by 21. Outside Butler. 41 seconds left to play in the third. Wiggins with it, now defended by Chapman. Lets it go from the wing. And it's Wiggins missing.
You know, where was the defense there, Kevin? I mean, even though he missed it, that was not a good effort. Pitiful.
Here's Chapman, guarded by Robinson. Wells wide open. A three-pointer is right on target. Wells has got 13.
Timely passing leads to assists, and that's been the recipe for success.
Everybody on the same page, completely in sync. Tremendous communication and awareness.
Pass to Wiggins. No good on the buzzer beater. And so it's the Los Angeles Lakers finishing the quarter up by a whopping 24 points. From the field, they have been outstanding. Amazing shooting. That's what has them headed to a blowout. And we've got more NBA action on 2K Sports coming your way after this break. Now let's hear what Coach Tom Thibodeau was reviewing with his team in the huddle.
All we're doing is thinking about our offense. Play new defense.
And we welcome you back to the Western Conference Finals as we get going again. Minnesota's gone past the three-point line for 13 of their shots. They're 6 of 13. We've got Ball. He's out there with Wells. The captain out there with Ivica Zubac. And it's Kuzma in at the 4 spot. That's who's in the game for the Lakers.
And I like the decisions Butler makes with the ball. He's a solid passer and really has a nice feel for how to get his teammates open and clean looks.
Here's Chapman. He feeds it to Wells. It's a very good look and converts.
Defensively, this is what you know. He's coming off a hot game and looking to keep it rolling.
As well he should, Greg. I mean, he always is looking to score the ball, even more so when he's hot. I like the mindset. Good ball movement. Wonderful pass. Couldn't have drawn it up any better.
There's the triple. And again, Los Angeles with the triple.
He's putting on a commanding performance here. He's hit 2 3-pointers in each half now.
Towns, the screen. Pass to Butler. Kicks to Wiggins. To the middle. It's Bosch. That time on the assist by Wiggins. Wiggins has got 3 assists now in this one.
Well, we've seen that movie a few times, haven't we? An easy bucket in the paint.
Well, listless and lifeless at the defensive end. I mean, especially inside. They've really got to pick up that interior defense.
Here's Chapman. Towns with the defensive effort.
I'm a fan of anybody who defends that way. I mean, they weren't about to open the door and just allow him to cruise in for a layup.
Los Angeles leading by 23. Nice passing here by Los Angeles. Kuzma can't get it to go.
He had 6 points from long range in the first half, but nothing's fallen here since.
Wiggins kicks the tee. Towns the screen. Towns sets the pick for T. Here's Butler. And the rejection by Zubac.
He's been off so far, Kevin, but there's still time. I mean, he just needs to settle it down, idle it down a little bit, and try to contribute as much as he can on the offense within himself.
And that one's good. Wiggins.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
Yeah, and that's 4 straight field goals now, Greg, they've allowed from point-blank range. Can't happen.
The defense is far too slow to close out on those 3-point attempts.
And those triples, they sure do add up quickly, don't they? I mean, they've got to make some kind of adjustment here.
Now here's Teague. Feeds to Towns. Shoots over ball. And a wide open look here for Wiggins. Good, and the assist goes to Towns. Wiggins has got 27 points. Here's Chapman. The feed the ball. Here's the screen. Chapman the pass to Wells. Stolen by Bosch. Wiggins inside the line. And there's another one for the Timberwolves.
There's the athleticism of Wiggins, which is hard to miss. I mean, he's got forward momentum going, able to stop and then pop.
Here's Chapman. Wells in the corner. Hits it from 3-point range. He's got 21.
Their 3rd 3-pointer in a row.
Adjustment time for these guys. The defense has to make some adjustment here.
Outside Teague. Bosch, that's the pick for Teague. And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot 2.
Hey, you know, Kevin, when Teague drives, he's really good at baiting his defender into giving him path to the lane or committing the foul. Shot.
Free throw, good, Teague.
And you know what I like most about Teague is his confidence. I mean, he's unflappable. He's cool and composed, and yet plays the game with a real fire.
Brook Lopez is checked in for the Lakers. Lakers leading by 20. Over to the left wing. Ball. Here's Wells. No good on the triple. Outside Butler. Outside Teague. It's up a 3. Chapman with the rebound. Chapman's got rebound number 17, if you can believe that. Wells in the corner. There's the triple. It's rebounded by Bosch. Outside Butler. He banks in the layup. Butler's got 9 points now in just the second half.
And Butler does a nice job using his body. I mean, especially when he's close to the basket, comfortable operating inside.
Not surprised at all. He's shooting it well and scoring points in bunches.
Teague with the ball, now guarded by Ball. Teague hits to Wiggins from downtown. Chapman with the rebound. Lakers leading by 20. High post Lopez. And so he draws the foul on the shot. A trip to the line to shoot two.
Really hard to get to the shot of Lopez, especially with his reach.
Los Angeles, Brook Lopez. 2 shots.
The first one falls.
Hey, Lopez is an all-star caliber big man. I mean, the key for him has always been staying healthy. When he plays, he's been very effective.
Brook Lopez hits them both. Minnesota's gone 1 of 3 from outside the arc since we've reached the fourth quarter. Teague dishes to Wiggins. Outside Butler. Bosch, that's the pick for Butler. 6 on the shot clock. Over Wells. No good on that one. So the Lakers will take it the other way. Earlier in the game, they held a 25-point lead. Towns comes with a double team. And the officials call a traveling violation.
He won a decent amount of time before his first turnover there. It's really been a good, safe stretch of basketball from him to this point.
The Timberwolves have gotten more than 58% of their attempts to go down for them in the fourth quarter. They're 7 of 12. Teague, the pass to Wiggins. And that comes off the assist by Jeff Teague. Teague's got his 8th assist here tonight.
He has definitely shown up to play. He's done his part, really just trying to battle his team back into it.
He dishes it to Wiggins. It's deflected.
They've shown some strength in the paint today. Their work on the board has been impressive.
Guys, that's putting it mildly. I mean, they've been absolutely dominant.
Flying high and throwing it down with the one-hand.
One of his favorite moves right there, guys.
Does it as well as anybody, fellas. Tremendous skill while in the air.
So it's the Lakers now. After the miss from Karl Anthony Towns.
And you don't want to give up that kind of look too often. They need a bucket in a big way here to regain some confidence.
And the shot goes down. And that's now 33 points for Andrew Wiggins.
Hey, that mid-range area, in-between area, we call it, inside the three-point line and not at the rim, Wiggins knows he can get this shot anytime he wants.
Here's Chapman, pass to Kuzma. Here's Chapman, and stolen by Wiggins. And now the Timberwolves on the break. And it's Butler with the jam.
Butler really known as one of the best defenders in the game. He knows when to get after it and go for steals with those quick hands.
Now, here's ball. Lopez a screen. Chapman the pass to ball. Here's Chapman. They double him with Butler. Bangs home the trifecta. Wells has got 13 points in just this quarter.
He has a lot of points from long range this half. He's taken advantage of a really tired defense.
Teague with the ball. Now guarded by Ball. Higgins outside. Dishes to Butler. Shoots from 14. It's deflected. And they turn over the 24-second buzzer, signaling the shot clock violation.
24-second shot clock violation. LA ball.
Lakers leading by 21. Here's Chapman. Lopez, a screen on Wiggins. Here's Chapman. Loses his man off the screen and lays it up and in. Chapman's got 38 points.
Well, Lopez has tree trunks for legs, and Sequoias have trunks for sure. If he catches you on the screen, you will feel it.
I'll tell you what a good thing that he showed up today, because without him, this thing would already be over.
And there's the pass to Chapman to the middle. Minnesota with the rebound.
That's a surprise. I mean, really out of character for him to miss when the defense is not right up on him.
And the Timberwolves call timing.
Yeah, just hitting a reset button, a chance to kind of talk some things over.
Yeah, recalibration time with the timeout call there.
Now the presentation of our Jordan Player of the Game, the captain.
And guys, he's been about as close to perfection as you can be. The intensity he's played with has been amazing. Just no let up. And as fired up as he's been, he's never let his emotions get out of control.
What a way to start the series. If this game is any indication, he's going to be an unstoppable force the next few games. It's the Timberwolves now. Teague with the ball. He kicks it to Butler. Shoots over Wells. Offensive rebound. Here's Towns. Lays it up and banks it in. Towns has got 24.
Hey, scoring off misses, that's easy buckets. Something Towns has the length and tenacity to do on a regular basis.
Lopez, a screen on Teague. Wells in the corner. And another three for the Lakers.
And you can see the play calling this half. Another one from distance.
Well, they're dialed in. Locked and loaded from outside the arc. It's all about the triple so far.
Now here's Towns. Good D by Lopez. Here's Chapman. The dish to Wells. Yep, that one goes. Wells has got 31.
Got to give it up for Wells. Much love. I mean, he's got the ability to get any shot he wants, anytime he wants. Doesn't fear the defense at all.
Here's Butler. And yep, a couple bounces and it falls. Butler's got 6 points in the quarter.
Better to be lucky than good. Got that shot to fall.
Now here's Ball. Pass to Lopez. So he gets the whistle. Contact on the way up and 2 shots coming up.
Well, you hate to give Lopez an easy one around the rim, but you don't like sending him to the line either.
Shooting Los Angeles, Brook Lopez. At the line for 2.
Both teams making some changes here. And so it's the Lakers taking care of business here. A pretty good feeling right now for them to be out in front like this in the series.
You know, Kevin, momentum so critical. And you know into game 2.
And now we'll send it over to David Aldridge, who is standing by courtside. David.
Thank you, Kevin. Another triple-double tonight. So is this something you're planning to do all season?
You know, as often as I can. You know, I feel like when I'm able to contribute in multiple ways, the team is better off. Of course, there's no way that I'm able to get numbers without the help of my guys, so, you know, all credit should be sent their way. I felt, you know, we played a strong game tonight.
Well, you all did, but you led the way, so congratulations. Kevin?
Thank you, David. Great interview once again. That concludes this broadcast of the Western Conference Finals. For Clark Kellogg, Greg Anthony, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan thanking you for watching the NBA, presented by 2K Sports. We'll see you next time.
Man, it seems like he missed way more shots than that.